Well, congratulations. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling on top of the world. You know, this win took 10 years of hard work, dedication, sacrificing, missing holidays, missing time with my siblings, with my family. So this one, you know, I really needed this one, and I'm really enjoying it right now.
Seems like this one's pretty special for you.
Absolutely. You know, I bumped my head the first two fights. You know, I was kind of counted out, and it just, you know, took me in a really, really dark place. Had a lot of people turn on me. You know, a lot of fake friends exposed, and you know, I'm just so happy that I finally came out on top.
How do you stay positive during that time?
You know, it was definitely hard, but the biggest thing is being surrounded by good people. You know, my girlfriend, my family, you know, all my training partners. And, you know, at the end of the day, I couldn't be too mad because I was still signed with the UFC. You know, I was such a big fan of the UFC and MMA when I was a kid. I never really watched football or baseball or basketball. I was always obsessed with MMA, specifically, you know, UFC and WC. And, you know, so it's a surreal moment to be here, to be fighting, to be living. It's rare that a child gets to live out their childhood dreams. So, you know, it just means the world to me.
What about when your opponent missed weight? What were your thoughts then?
I was like, yes, more money, more money. You know, people don't really realize how much it costs to, you know, have a world-class camp, you know, and then, you know, all the miscellaneous expenses too. Like I got a microwave that was $17 a day at the hotel, you know what I mean? So I have no problem. I wish my opponent will miss weight every single time. I'd love to get that extra money.
So there was no hesitation taking the fight?
Not at all. I was like, yes, yes, more money, and he's going to be zapped, so I can, you know, I'll have the conditioning advantage. So.
Did you feel anything in there with that? You know, the weight miss, was he heavier?
Now, that was the only downside is, you know, when I got on top of him, I could barely do anything. He grabbed me, and it was just like, holy shit. And then, like, the couple of the strikes where he grazed me, it felt like an actual strike, you know what I mean? So, you know, you definitely have to be a lot more cautious when people miss weight because they're going to be 20, 30 pounds heavier than you. So, yeah, I definitely felt a weight difference.
Besides the weight, was there any surprises in there?
No, I knew he was going to be technically sound. I knew his leg kicks were going to be heavy. He comes from a really good camp, so I knew that his game plan would be good. So I was just prepared for the best to fawn.
What's next?
Oh, man. What's next is at least a week off. You know, I started this camp in April, and just consistently, week after week, putting in the time, grinding, getting my butt kicked. So, yeah, I'm going to relax for a little bit, and then hopefully I would love to get on my teammate Stipe's card in November. That would be a dream come true for a kid like me. So, yeah, hopefully that's next. If not, no problem. Whatever the UFC wants to do, I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to show my skills, and I'm happy to show that I belong.
Is there a name you'd like to face on that card, or just more of the card?
No, who would be really good? Who's that Russian guy that beat Brian Barberina?
I'm the worst person to remember names.
Is it Maz? I forget his name, but he's super scary. What's up? Okay.
He's gonna look it up.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that guy, he's super scary, super skilled, big. So that'd be a fight that would, you know, get me up at night, get me up early. You know what I mean? That would get me, you know, training as much as I could. That would be a really exciting fight.
Murdoch?
Yes. That guy is a stud. He's super talented, and I'd love to test my skills against him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
AJ over here.
Yep.
Earlier this week, you told me that both you and your opponent were technically fighting for your guys' jobs. Now that you got the win, is there a bit of a relief feeling now?
Yes, but, you know, I'm not out of it yet. You know, I'm still 1-2. So this next one, I have to, you know, hopefully get a finish. You know what I mean? I got to show that I can finish these guys, and I can show that I can be exciting.
And last fight, you unfortunately had some issues on the coaching side.
Yeah.
Come this time, new team, you pick up the W. What's the message you would tell the version of yourself that was in that dark place like you mentioned?
Just keep grinding. Stop being loyal to a fault. Surround yourself with good people. Training partners matter. Good coaching matters. Being in a good environment matters. You know, this is the top. You know, this is everybody that's signed here is world class. And you know, before when I was coming up, I had said before, I had an easy kind of fight career. You know what I mean? I could just go into fights, maybe a week camp, 1 month camp, and just dominate just because I'm athletic. But here, you know, you have to cross every T and dot every I and make sure everything is on point. So.
And the potential fight with Muradov, I mean, seems like it gets you excited. How do you see that one going?
Man, you know, I want to say I could stop him. I think I'm a little bit faster. But again, he is tough as hell. So that'd be something where I'd have to dig deep. I'd really, find myself in that fight. And, that would definitely take me to the next level, win or lose, being in the cage with him.
And did you notice anything different from your performance from this time compared to the last one in Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, I felt a lot more light. I felt a lot more driven. I felt a lot more confident because I had put in the work. You know what I mean? That last camp, I was kind of doing it on my own. So this time I had the proper structure, proper training camp, and it paid off.
Awesome. Hopefully they place you on that MSG card. Congratulations.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, AJ.
How you doing?
You've got a very centered, grounded spirit about you. How do you sustain yourself in that way?
Honestly, I'm just coming from a place of appreciation. Again, I didn't watch football or basketball or anything when I was growing up. It was just MMA. I used to play a game on mixedmartialarts.com. I would try to find the lowest weight class, and just from the fighters that fought each other, see if I can get to heavyweight in 5 or 6 clicks. I was a nerd. I was a nerd for MMA. So the fact that I'm here, the fact that I'm able to fight, to live out my dream. I was a fan that just put his money where his mouth was. So I just every day I come from a place of appreciation. So I think that's what keeps me centered and humbled.
You said several times that it's important to surround yourself with good people. Mm-hmm. Within that, there is a responsibility of communication. So what are you doing to require for yourself and those around you to communicate so that there's no misinterpretation of people's positions in your life?
Like you said, just being upfront, having those hard conversations, having the one-on-one talks, and making sure that everything is clear from the get-go. It's really easy to kind of just gloss things over and just assume certain things. And now growing up, it's an important lesson to make sure that you're clear and precise with everybody. So,
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So you mentioned that that you're a nerd for this sport. How beneficial do you think it is to be a nerd of whatever profession you're doing, especially in sports?
It's huge. You got to be able to study your opponent. You got to be able to do the right MMA math. You got to be able to break down people's skill set. So the fact that I had years of just analyzing fighters and stalking their profiles. I remember back in the day, I don't know if they still have it, but on the UFC website, you could tell who was the most dominant people, because you'd click on their profile and it'd be a crazy graphic in the back and stuff. So just being able to have that patience to really break down all of their fights, and I did it for fun. So now I get to do it for work. So
awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're from Ohio, and no Buckeyes love, no Browns love?
Oh, of course. You saw me do the OH.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
I did. Well, IO, brother.
Yes, sir. Love the Buckeyes and the Browns, for sure.
Very cool.
All set? Cool. All right, thank you, guys.